What's up, ladies and gents? Dave B sells Chevy here at Schumacher Chevrolet in Livingston, New Jersey, delivering this brand new 2024 Chevrolet Tahoe LT. These trucks are sweet. This one, as equipped, has an MSRP of $71,905. Some of the highlighted features it has is the comfort package, which is pretty sought after. It has a whole bunch of features, including the power folding second row, the power folding third row. Those buttons are in the back corner there, so you can do it from the cargo area. There's also two buttons up in the top here that you could use to fold the third row as well. You also have your sunroof controls in this truck, because this truck does have the nice panoramic sunroof. That comfort package also gives you the heated second row buckets, the heated steering wheel, the Bose stereo surround sound system, heated outside power folding mirrors, the universal home remote for your garage doors, just a whole bunch of cool features that everybody seems to want in a Tahoe. About the only thing this truck doesn't have that people generally like is the 20-inch wheels. This has the standard 18-inch wheel, but it was the only one I could find with the sunroof and with the comfort package in either sterling gray metallic, black, or what was the third color? Dark ash metallic, I think was the other color they wanted. Generally, if we don't have a vehicle in stock, we're going to do a locate, which will do a 200-mile search. We'll try to find a dealer that has it, that will give the vehicle to us, like swap it with us or have us outright buy it. If that doesn't work, we do a factory order, but those factory order times on a Tahoe right now could be 3, 4, 5, even 6 months, depending on allocations and what you want in that vehicle. I actually sold this locate about a month ago. It was mid-February when I put the deal together. All we had at that time was a Z71 model that had a bench seat in the second row. They wanted the buckets. So we took a deposit and I went to work. And every couple days we check the system, we see what dealers got, we see what's out there, we contact them and we try to get the vehicle. Luckily, the dealership that had this one actually swapped it for the Z71 that we had. So we sent that to them. Our driver came back with this one. I'm actually still in the process of trying to locate a Tahoe for another customer that I haven't been successful with yet. Another one, I located a truck down in Maryland. That dealership wanted a Suburban back. We didn't have a Suburban to give them, so they would not give us the truck. My customer ended up going to Maryland and buying the vehicle directly from them. But this is the car biz. This is what we do on a daily basis, and it's a lot of fun.
But they're the kids that she's home with.
Now let's talk about the irony of what happened today compared to yesterday in the upload that I did on the Chevrolet Trax with a lowball offer of $19,000 out the door. And yes, that was a lowball offer. There was nothing justifying why that gentleman wanted to pay $19,000 for the car. There was nothing to back that up. In fact, for me to sell that car and be out the door at $19,000, we would have had to sell the car for about $17,300, which is a $5,000 discount on a used car. When, let's face it, folks, today, everything is on the internet. You have Edmunds, Kelley Blue Book, third-party sources. You have every source you can possibly think of on the internet that's justifying how much you should pay for a car these days. So there's no surprises, there's no shocks. There's only one thing you have to worry about. Excuse me. There's only one thing you have to worry about when you're buying a vehicle. And I'm going to tell you right now. By the way, this Chevrolet Trax is a 2024 LT trim, which is the cloth seats. It doesn't have the sunroof. It's not the 2RS like the one we were talking about in the last upload. This has 22,314 miles on it. It is GM certified, and I sold the car today. The gentleman that purchased this could not contact the agent for his insurance. Apparently the person that's there to do it was on vacation. They don't have like a 1-800 number that he can get it done. So once he gets insurance squared away, we'll schedule a time where he can come back and take physical delivery of the Chevy Trax. In the meantime, we put a sold sign in it. We have the whole folder in the finance office ready to go. We'll park the car here in the back where it can hang out and wait until that day. I'm thinking by hopefully Monday, they'll be back from their vacation and they will be able to get the insurance done. If you were wondering, this vehicle did sell at our internet sale price of $21,477 plus $399 documentation fee, sales tax, and New Jersey plate fees. Also, in case you were wondering, we did trade that vehicle in on February 28th. It went into the shop for GM certification on March 3rd, was finished by March 6th. It then had to get photoed and, you know, basically put out on the front line. Today is March 14th. So essentially that was on the lot for 8 days. And then it's sold. I'm gonna try to start doing that. Like for that black Trax that a lot of people were commenting that it'll sit on a rot, it'll sit on a lot and it'll rot, it'll sit in a rotten lot, that it'll sit on the lot and it'll rot and it's not gonna sell and that sort of stuff. Like I'm gonna let you know and update you on how long that vehicle is currently here before it sells. Getting back to the one thing you have to worry about with a car dealership these days, or the one thing you should be asking, is just what are their fees and do they have any dealer added options added to their vehicles? You've heard me say numerous times that we have a dealer documentation fee of $399. That's the only dealer fee we charge, and we don't have any mandatory dealer added options, anything like that. And that's where the difference comes in, right? Because on the internet, you have to be aggressive with your advertised price, and there's some laws out there, you know, state to state, that you have to advertise your sale price and your doc fee. But you don't have to advertise like dealer added options, prep fees, certification costs, things of this nature. So when you get to the dealership, that's where things could change. And I hear things like that all the time. I just had a customer here looking at a Trax that was at another dealership, quoting it there, and their doc fee, I believe, was $800. Ours is, call it $400. So you're saving $400 by working with us. Not to mention their price on their car was $200 more than ours. That was on a new car, a new Chevy Trax. So that's the main question you got to ask. Dealer fees, dealer added options. Everything else you can find on the internet. You can find comparable vehicles priced on the internet. You can find comparable interest rates on the internet. You can run your own Carfax. You have multiple third-party sources you can go to that can back up whatever that price is. You can even do what somebody in the comments did, where it looks like they took this vehicle and put it through Carvana, and Carvana was willing to give him $21,500 for the car. So my question is, all right, if Carvana's buying the car for $21,500, what are they going to then sell it for on their website or in their dealerships? Vehicles are going to sell for a market price based on what the market is. It's really as simple as that. There was another comment that stated you can get the same exact vehicle from our own Little Falls location for less money. And they did have one. It already sold, but it was $20,600, whereas our price on this car was $22,377. Now, the main difference was it was not the same car. When you look at the pictures, it might look the same. However, their car was a 1RS, which I'll throw a window sticker up here. Our car is a 2RS. So it's a completely different price point, completely different level of equipment, and thus why it was less money. Now, the teachable point for this situation for the consumer would be, make sure you're comparing apples to apples. Like, take the time to go in and look and see, does the vehicle have the same options? Is it similar mileage? Is it the same year? At that point, it would just come down to condition, but that will justify why one might be priced more than the other. The teachable point to the salesperson is that, you know what, a lot of times people don't do that work, and you're gonna have to take their word for it that it's the same car, when most likely it's not the same car. However, the only real way to combat that would be to just keep building value in your car. Make sure the customer knows what's in your car, because unless they're giving you the VIN number for the car they're looking at, or you can find it online, there's no way to know whether it's the same exact car. And if the numbers are that far off, realistically, it's probably not. Like I mentioned earlier, I'm gonna keep an eye on this vehicle. I'm gonna try to watch it, see when it sells, and I'll update you on how long it's been here until it's sold. Right now, I think it's about 3 weeks or 20 some odd days that it's been here. So let's find out. Let's see how long it rots on the lot.